this meeting to order at 7:15 p.m. Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Can somebody get the national anthem up? Okay, thanks. All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. You may be seated. Roll call and verification of quorum. Chair Youngman Chili.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Lazo,
Present.
Herrera, absent. Trainer,
Present.
Navakuzat,
Present.
Kenna, absent. Morissette, absent. Temple,
Present.
Vaughan, absent. Polera,
Present.
Carringle,
Present.
Datlas,
Present.
DeCara,
Present.
Butler,
Present.
Conti,
Present.
Lagier, absent. Fintel,
Present.
Hamid,
Present.
Rose,
Present.
Whitson,
Here.
Yera,
Present.
Kuroga, absent. Carter, absent. Wanjin,
It's Brown now.
my bad.
It's okay.
Present.
Brown,
Present.
Similo,
Present.
Humayun,
Present.
Nadella, absent. Patel,
Present.
I am present. Luthra,
Present.
Acosta,
Present.
Borges,
Sorry, here.
Hashimi,
Present.
Duke, absent. Torres,
Present.
Holmes,
Present.
Hurst,
Present.
Costas, absent. Lacasse,
Present.
I believe Gabriela Polera is resigned. Is that right?
Sign over.
Okay. Who is the sign over?
Will be confirmed tonight. So
Okay.
yeah.
Got it. Thank you.
Well, possibly. Yeah.
Okay. Federico. All right, absent. Pullman,
Present.
Richmond,
Present.
Vasquez,
Present.
Kairos, absent. DeMarla, absent. Mittal.
Present.
With 34 out of 46, quorum is verified.
Thank you so much. Approval of the minutes. Take a look at last meeting's minutes. I'll take a motion. Temple.
Move to approve last meeting's minutes.
There's been a motion to approve last meeting's minutes. Are there any objections? Seeing none, that stands approved. Approval of the agenda. Take a look at tonight's agenda. Kringle.
Move to approve this meeting's agenda.
There's been a motion to approve this meeting's agenda. Are there any objections? Seeing none, this meeting's agenda stands approved. open forum. Are there any non-senators wishing to speak during open forum tonight? Seeing none, we're moving on. Announcements from the student body president, President Greenaway.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I hope everyone had a restful winter break and had a nice start to their spring semester. A few updates from me. Is this on? Okay. Now can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Some updates from me. So we opened our professional headshot booth, which is located on the first floor next to the ticket center. That is open at all hours of the student union. So please spread that message to your constituents, to any, if any of your colleges are doing, resume checks or job fairs, let them know that they can get their headshots at that booth. It's super simple how it works. You just put in your email, take your photos, and they get sent right to your email. And you can also edit them on there as well. We launched it yesterday, and so far a lot of students have been using it. So please keep spreading the word to that so everyone knows that that is open and that's there for them. Also, over break, speed bumps were added to Parking Garage B, which is an initiative that we've been really passionate about. So we're happy to see that as they continue to do that process. They're going to do each garage at a time. Some other reminders, those that are attending Day at the Capitol, the prep sessions in the SG conference room. Education is January 16th at 5:30, Environment January 17th at 5:30, Public Welfare January 18th at 4:30, and Civil Rights January 18th at 5:30. And one final announcement, I think some of y'all might like this. So this is kind of happened last minute, but OSI, and we're going to be helping OSI with this, put on a drone show to welcome our students back on campus. Another group is basically, there's going to be another group at the arena, and they're putting on the drone show, but they invited students to come out in Memory Mall and watch that show happen. So we're going to be advertising that just so students know that that is happening. So that'll be super exciting. That is on Wednesday, January 17th. From 8 to 9 p.m. I think the show starts around 8:30. We also are going to get some desserts for students to kind of come out. I think cookies, brownies, things like that for students to, I think hot chocolate too, for students to grab as they come out with their friends and enjoy that show and get welcome back to campus. So that is all the updates from me.
Are there any questions for President Greenaway? Seeing none, thank you. Oh, sorry, Hurst.
So for Day at the Capitol, you have the 4 prep sessions. If you can't make a prep session, what happens?
I would send an email to Brooke, our governmental affairs coordinator. Her email is sga.govaffairs@ucf.edu, and just explain to her that you can't make it, and I'm sure she'll sit down with you and kind of go over that information as well. I'm sure Ethan would be more than happy to do that as well. I don't want to offer you up, but I'm sure you'd be more than happy to.
Temple?
Quick comment on that. Absolutely. I'd be more than happy to fill in any details regarding this matter. But a question to the president. So regarding the speed bumps, then do we have a detailed timeline as to which garage is next and how long that would take?
I think Garage I is next. I don't have specific timelines. I think from what I've heard, the process is relatively quick. So it's something they could do like over a weekend, for example. But again, there's also, now that the semester has started, there's also, always something going on campus. So really trying to minimize impact in terms of having to shut down a garage for that.
Any other questions? Seeing none, thank you.
I'll be giving Colby's report too.
All right. Announcements from the student body vice president, given by President Greenaway.
Yeah, so Colby has a class at this time. So he'll try to pop in as much as he can. But just an update from him that the ADSP meeting will be on January 19th at 11:30 a.m. in the Charge-On Chamber.
All right. Are there any questions regarding that announcement? Seeing none, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Comptroller's report, Comptroller Kane.
Yeah, should be. Good evening, everyone. Very glad to be back here for the spring semester. We had a great start to the semester with the victory over Kansas yesterday, so excited to hit the ground running. In terms of what I have to say, a couple of things. As pretty much as the Chief Financial Officer of Student Government and the Activity and Service Fee Budget, I think it's very important to spread awareness about the budget and the current state of the budget, as well as where things are moving towards in the future. So I wanted to speak on that briefly. As many of you, I'm sure, are aware, we had our budget hearings at the end of last semester, and I think that those went really well. Just to give some highlights from that, we basically had an increase in our budget of $600,000 in our recurring budget year over year. Increases in expenses that we really had no control over, like utilities and wages, were higher than that. So we essentially had to compromise and find some ways to keep things at our current operating levels. And in addition, we took some non-recurring funds and allocated $1.7 million to budget stabilization for the future. I expect for the next 2 years, based off that $1.7 million, we will be able to operate at our current capacity, which is after the reduction of the $3 million that we had last year with the severe budget cuts. After that, the reality is without fee increases, there are going to have to be cuts every year after we hit that 2-year threshold and our budget stabilization runs out, unless something changes with enrollment. So that's pretty much it with the budget. In terms of our current balances, CRT has a balance of $307,410.17 with 1.03% reversions. FAO has a balance of $169,120.86 with a 0.01% reversion rate. Thank you.
Are there any questions for Comptroller Kane? Lacasse, I'm so sorry.
In terms of fee increases, has there been like a discussion started about like implementing fee increases or like a time frame?
So fee increases actually happen at the state level. So there's not much we can do internally except advocating for it.
Any other questions? Seeing none, thank you. Attorney General's report, AG Moore.
Good evening, Senate. It's so good to be back. I hope everyone had a wonderful break. Next week, I will be meeting with Mike Kepner to discuss the Military and Veteran Student Success Center and the Military and Veterans Caucus future initiatives for this semester. I hope you guys all start thinking about the impact that this caucus has made and start to consider whether you want it to be a permanent caucus or not. I also have numerous recommendations for legislation. I wanted to offer it to new senators first, so if you haven't written a bill or anything, feel free to email me and I'll put you in the loop and we can brainstorm some ideas. I already have a bunch of ideas, so we can work on that together. And then also, I updated all of the newly signed bills into statutes that I just received from Maddie, but I will give you my first of the month report come February.
Are there any questions for AG Moore? Seeing none, thank you. Cabinet Forum Chief of Staff's report, Chief Sabrino.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back. So excited to see you all here again. So my report is quick and simple. So next Wednesday, we are having, for the first time, an on-campus job fair. We are partnering up with Experiential Learning. So essentially, we're having over 26 departments coming to the Pegasus Ballroom to hire students for on-campus jobs, federal work study, internships, a bunch of other stuff. So if you guys are interested in working on campus, or if you have friends who are looking for jobs, working on campus is a perfect opportunity. So make sure to tell your friends, share, and repost on our Instagram. It'll be from 12 to 3. And we will also be having free headshots, free resume checks, as well as on-the-spot interviews. And there will be refreshments at the event as well.
Are there any questions for Chief of Staff Sabrino? Yalman Chili?
So two, if I may.
You may.
So firstly, it does have opportunities outside of federal work study, right?
Yes.
And are they offering on-the-spot interviews? Just curious.
Yes.
Cool. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? Seeing none, thank you. Announcements from the Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff. Announcements from the Chief Justice, none. Announcements from the Supervisor of Elections, Supervisor Myers.
Okay, good evening, y'all. Welcome back. So it's officially election season. So with that, I kind of wanted to remind y'all of some important dates. So declaration of candidacy is going to be from Monday, February 12th to Friday, February 16th at 5 p.m., meaning that is when your application packets are due. The link to the Night Connect that has the form is in the minutes, and I can also post it in general. And then, let's see. With that, also the information sessions are going to be on that webpage, which you're required to attend if you would like to be placed on the ballot. And then the presidential ticket debate is going to be Wednesday, February 28th at 6 p.m. in the Key West Ballroom. The Senate candidate forum is going to be Tuesday, March 5th at 6 p.m. also in the Key West Ballroom. Voting will run from Monday, March 11th to Wednesday, March 13th at 5 p.m. And then if there's a runoff election, it'll be run the week after spring break. So that would be March 25th through March 27th. And then in addition to all that info, I want to start tabling with the Election Commission. So it would be really great if y'all would be able to join us to kind of share your personal experience of being in Senate. And yeah, and if you already have like a caucus or a committee tabling and you would want Election Commission to come and join, we'd be super interested in that. So I have a Google form for y'all to let me know about that, which is also in the minutes, and I can also post in general.
Are there any questions for Supervisor Myers? Seeing none, thank you. Vice Chair Duke?
Present voting.
So noted at 7:32 p.m. And if you guys are thinking about running for Senate again, definitely look into that. And if you know anyone that's interested in joining Senate for the 56th session, I would definitely share that information with them. Announcements from the Activity and Service Fee Committee Chair, none. Announcements from the Scholarship Committee Chair, none. Announcements from the Senate President. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a restful break because I definitely did. I have a few updates and announcements. So we're having another Pet the Pups. I know, I just love dogs, okay? That's just it. It's gonna be on January 24th from 12 to 1 p.m. This is in collaboration with the Election Commission. So if you know anyone that's interested in running for Senate, or if you're interested in running for Senate again, this is your opportunity to come not only pet dogs, but get an infographic to learn more about running for Senate. So I definitely would recommend that you come. It might be a little crowded because it's only 1 hour and students love dogs. So we had a lot of people last time. So this will be a perfect opportunity for you guys to also meet your constituents one more time, and inform them about what you're doing as a senator and possibly flesh out another initiative. So that's for January 24th. Our last Senate meeting will be April 4th. So please gear up for that. We will have a Senate banquet shortly after that. Honestly, probably within the next day or two after that. I just have to secure the banquet location, which has been requested earlier last month. So I'm just waiting to hear back regarding that, and I'll have a date and time for you all. More details on what that encompasses will come later, but it is an amazing event that I hope to see you all at. My new office hours are Thursday, 4 to 7. Sometimes you'll see me in here on Tuesdays around 1 p.m. as well, just because I have something on campus, so it doesn't make sense not to come in office and check in on you guys. So that is because I got a legal internship in a law office, just because, you know, want to be a future lawyer. So I have to get my experience in. So there's that. I will also be out of office next week on Thursday. So the pro tempore will be taking over the Senate meeting. Please do not give her a hard time, please. I know you guys are good though. And then next, before I do resignations, I want to skip over that. I just want to also inform you guys to start shadowing. If there's a position here in Senate that you're interested in running for, I would highly recommend that you reach out to that chair, the vice chair, pro tempore, their office, myself in my office, and look into what the position entails. Obviously, my office and pro tempores and committee chairs are paid, just so you know. So it's a good opportunity to get some money as well as doing something that you love. Just some transparency there. But also, it's just a good opportunity to push Senate forward and use it as an opportunity for the fact that you've seen what's gone on here and create a vision for yourself to bring Senate to the next level, as you guys have already done. So if you're interested in shadowing me as speaker, that would be amazing. I'd love to see who's going to run, or our ELA, ILA, our deputies, any of that. So just reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out. And yeah. And lastly, from my announcements, resignations, I hereby resign Sebastian Quiroga, Mateo Herrera, and Lisiana Vorn from Senate. Are there any questions regarding my announcements? Oh, Hurst?
How many dogs are at Pet Pups this time?
2. There's 2. We don't have, honestly, I hope that we get 3, but I forgot what the reason was we didn't get a 3rd by Exec Love You. I don't know why. I don't know why we didn't get a 3rd. I just can't remember. I literally scheduled the event like 2-3 months ago. So yeah. Are there any other questions? Seeing none. All right. Internal Legislative Assistant report, ILA Pullman.
Hi guys, so I had my first SLC meeting yesterday with the new SLCers. They're going to be Wednesdays at 3 here in the chamber, so feel free to come sit in the back and spectate because I'll just be over here doing my thing with them. So you guys are welcome to come, but just sit in the back and watch. And if I've already talked to you guys about mentors, mentees, I need to get that sorted out so that next week I can get that arranged. Initially, I did say that I was going to do like a speed dating type thing, but I'm not going to do that anymore because it's really hard to like rally everyone. So just reach out to me if you want to be a mentor or fill out the form that's on the leadership channel. I need to get that sorted out. I'm going to try to have it done by next Wednesday so I can announce them the next meeting. So other than that, that's it from me.
Are there any questions for ILA Pullman? Seeing none. External Legislative Assistant report, ELA Richmond.
Hi. So this week we had the Creole Dean meeting, and then let me know if you're interested in the Downtown Dean meeting or the Brunette Honors College Dean meeting ASAP.
Are there any questions regarding the ELA's report? Seeing none. Senate President Pro Tempore report. Gus.
Yeah, so Akila just asked me to tell you guys that she's out of office this week for personal reasons, and she'll be back in office, well, in Florida next week. And then, like, should I just do my own or sorry?
Yeah.
Okay. My announcements, nothing much. Just congratulations to the new vice chair for the APIA caucus, Vice Chair Humayan.
Are there any questions for the Deputy Pro Tempore of Legislative Affairs report and the Deputy Pro Tempore of Senate Relations report? None. Deputy Pro Tempore of Legislative, y'all know what I meant. Deputy Pro Tempore of Legislative Affairs report is none. Also, guys, I also want to give a round of applause for Hurst for coming back. We love to see it. She left us to fight for our lives by ourselves, but that's okay. Caucus reports, APIA caucus, Chair Patel.
Yeah, so this week we met and reelected our vice chair. Congrats again to Vice Chair Humayan. So our next event is the 5K Run for Relief on the 28th. This is a 5K to raise money for UNICEF, and we're still looking for volunteers. So if you want hours or want to help out, fill out the form I have linked in my announcements. And this semester we'll be meeting at 4:30 on Thursdays.
Are there any questions for ILA Pullman?
Can I send that to the SLCers?
Yeah, please do that.
Are there any other questions? Seeing none, Black Caucus Chair Daedalus.
Hi, everyone. Oh, I feel a little far away. Hold on. Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome back again. If you haven't already, make sure you complete your academic engagement activities so your education gets paid for if the government pays for it. Just a reminder, take care of yourself since the semester is starting. At least 2 nutritious meals a day. Drink at least 8 cups of water and ample amount of sleep. You know, if you start the trend now of taking care of yourself, later on in the semester when it gets a little tougher, you can still keep up the trend. So, you know, take care of yourself. For the caucus, please keep your eye out for a message from me tomorrow. Black History Month is around the corner and we got work to do, okay? So, yeah.
All right. Are there any questions for Chair Daedalus? Seeing none. Disability Caucus, none. Latin Hispanic Caucus, Chair DeCara.
We had our first meeting today. They used to be Tuesdays at 3, now they're Thursdays at 2:30. We attended an Atrium takeover. It's usually the Latino Student Success Center. I invited SBA to table with us, and we had a lot of good interactions with students asking how to get involved with student government and what the caucus and what SBA can do for them. The Diversified Greek Council invited us to their cultural fair. I'm getting more details soon from that, but I do know it's January 23rd from 12 to 4. This is kind of like small, but I wanted to sort of shout out the people who have gotten me to this position and for the work I'm able to do, because through that, I was able to secure an internship with Congressman Soto, who I met at the Student Debt Town Hall that we co-hosted. So I'm very thankful for the people that got me into this position and helped me along the way. Expect proclamations from me soon.
Are there any questions for Chair DeCara? Seeing none. LGBTQ plus caucus, Chair Fintel.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back from break. We met today and we'll continue to meet bi-weekly at 10:30 a.m. as of right now, but this might change. We will be having vice chair elections at our next meeting. If you're interested in joining the caucus, please fill out the when to meet that I've linked so that I can figure out a time that works for everybody. I want as many people there as possible, so fill it out if you're interested. We have a tentative date for our trans wellness seminar on January 25th at 4 p.m., but I will keep you guys updated as things happen. Thank you.
Are there any questions for Chair Fintel? Seeing none. Military and Veterans Caucus. Kringle.
Howdy, y'all. So we're meeting this semester at 4 p.m. on Mondays in the Pensacola boardroom. It's SU 222 or 222. These are gonna be weekly and they usually run about an hour. Just an update over break. We've been still coordinating with the ROTCs on campus to further a joint ROTC showcase for J. Rossi students and other students in the Orlando area.
All right. Are there any questions? Seeing none. Unfinished business, none. Thank God for you all. Fiscal Committee caucus time, none. Fiscal Committee reports, CRT Committee, Chair Samillo.
Hey everybody, so in committee on 1/8/24, in old business, we approved allocation 55,365. I'm not reading the vote counts, but I put them at the beginning with all the proper vote counts. And new business allocations we approved was 55,379, 380, 381, 383, 387, 388, 389, 391, 392, 393, 394, 395, 396, 398, and 400. We denied 582, 584, 586, and 390. We postponed 385, 397, and 399. So with that, we approved 16 allocations, postponed 3, and denied 4.
All right. Are there any questions for Chair Samillo? Seeing none. FAO Committee, Chair Butler.
Hi, everyone. We approved 5570, 5571, 5572, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 80, and 81, and we postponed 55, 68, and 55, 79.
Are there any questions for Chair Butler? Seeing none. ORS Committee. Sorry, did you update it?
I didn't have access to the document.
Okay.
Netta just gave it to me, so I have words in there. They just haven't been approved yet.
No, I'm just asking because like my computer shut down for no reason. So like it's not updating on my phone. So if you want to go ahead, like say it and then they can fill it in for you.
Yeah. So we didn't meet this week, so I don't have any numbers, but we'll be meeting Mondays at 5 p.m. in this chamber. So with MLK Day, we don't meet this Monday, but we'll be meeting the following Monday.
All right. Are there any questions for Chair Borges? Seeing none. Speaking of which, if you do have a meeting on Monday, look for another meeting time for later within the week because you are not supposed to do that. Oh yeah. Fiscal legislation, none. Internal committee caucus time. We're gonna start with E&A because it'll be shorter. And that will be allotted for hers.
Since they're both internal, can we do it at the same time?
We could do like one in the conference room and then, yeah,
Right.
we'll do one in the conference room and then we'll do one here, Temple.
In my conversations with Chair Kenna, apologies for that, she felt ill today, but she would prefer to keep the chamber. Gap will be sitting in the conference room.
Oh, you're okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, so Gap will be in the SG conference room and ENA will be in here. I hereby, what is the terminology like? Thank you. I hereby recess this meeting at 7:45 p.m. to reconvene at 8:15 p.m. Gavel. Thank you.
Autumn Johnson, if you're here, can you come to the front table, please?
If you are not in either committee, please vacate the premises immediately so that we can get this done effectively. Thank you. Bye.
Where ENA at? I swear. Is it? Because it's not ENA. Well, it's pro temp.
Well, he's on the committee, so. Make sure you got program out.
You can say that after that, and then you can decide.
Next Friday. 4 p.m.
Yes.
Yeah, I reached out to, I kept missing, what's his name? I don't know what it is. For Sean, but we were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that yet.
Oh, so.
Just Tuesday. That's good.
Okay.
Right here, where's our report system?
I got the one star. You're short, brown hairs.
Autumn Johnson. What do we do? Do we have any other business?
I was at work and I was yeah, I was at the. Yeah. That's what he said for women. Like all us colors have a big word speaker for that. I would like to figure it out. I put 10 I don't know how to play it. So let's just be honest. I don't know how to play it.
I told myself, not really busy. Like, I'm not like that. Actually, this first week, you got me. Next day, I'm doing this. See that? I said early. My things are. But I didn't hear you though. Come sit with me and teach me. Because I have no idea what I'm doing.
So even though she's really good, if she's really bad,
Clinical cheese wrap.
because what happens is same thing goes for it was productive.
You being here is genuinely unpredictable events in my life. Where did you walk to? You went to Living Deck, got into my car. I should have gone with you. I didn't know. Save on gas, carpool. Everything's an offer if I say no, shoot. I will always say yes to the I didn't know that you always did. Really? But you don't get to see like twice now. There's this one fantasy like football punishment where the person had to do like 24 hours and walk up and walk to the game, like they got an hour off. And I saw it on like TikTok and this person's like, oh, hour done. One of the employees gave birth and they had to get like air back down. But I ate a waffle. I'm part of that to be like delivered eating a waffle. I think that's why I signed up for it. The food's so cheap, you have to mention it. It's like medieval. I went to like Oxford House and my surgery had a temper. My aunt didn't name that. He told me he was a realist. He was a realist. I don't know where the four was. Like, it didn't like really fit in. It could have been one of the A's. I should have had it. Can you imagine? You gotta
It's just a confirmation. It's just confirmation that the good. Think about how much sooner we would be able to do this.
I want to go for my like 11.
Yeah, go ahead. Welcome back. Welcome back. I know. It's okay. Internal committee reports, ENA committee, Vice Chair DeCara.
Reese isn't
Oh,
here.
wait. I have to reconvene. My bad.
Oh.
I reconvene at 8:59 p.m. Internal committee reports, ENA committee, Vice Chair DeCara.
Reese is not here tonight, so I will be speaking for this. We did not meet tonight as the candidate was not present. We should, emphasis on should, be seeing 6 confirmations tonight, depending on what candidates are actually here tonight.
Are there any questions for Vice Chair DeCara? Seeing none, GAP committee, Chair Temple.
Good evening, everybody. Again, very sorry for the very long caucus. Yeah, well, it was well worth it because we finally managed to get our advocacy agenda finalized and ready to go. It should consist of 15 bills. I'm working on it right now just to spruce it up for you guys, especially for those going to Date the Capitol. Also, I forgot to mention, we also elected a new vice chair. Well, new vice chair. Vice Chair Duke is now taking the helm after Vice Chair Pilera has gone up to the Capitol. So congratulations to Vice Chair Duke. And of course, as her very first act as new chair, she had to write about 7 pages of minutes. So that's good enough time as any to get back into the swing of things. In any case, yes, if you have any questions about Day of the Capitol for me or for Gak Martin, please reach out to both of us. We are very excited about this. If you couldn't tell by my cheeriness tonight, despite the fact I have no coffee in my system. In any case, I do have a fact about it, an on this day facts, but I think it's about the Grand Canyon. You guys can read it there. I'm not going to waste anybody else's time. I wasted enough time as is. That's all.
Are there any questions for Chair Temple? Thank you, Chair Temple, for the courtesy. LJR committee, Chair Yamanchili. It's not to be funny, I'm serious.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Hello, everyone, and good morning to those who have not received a good morning yet. LJR will begin meeting next week for the semester, starting at 3:30 p.m. on Thursdays. I will inform you later on what room that will be. It will either be the Charge On Chamber or the SG Conference Room, depends on what is available. This day in history fact, January 11th, 532. Yes, this is a Roman Empire fact, and it's a good one. The Nika riots broke out into violence, which is a very bad thing, in the city of Constantinople between the Blues and the Greens, who were opposing sports factions when it came to chariot racing, which was held at the stadium in Constantinople called the Hippodrome. They usually hated each other, but this time they united in their hatred against Emperor Justinian, who was known for being a supporter of the Blues. And so later, the riots would erupt into a siege of the imperial palace and were later crushed by the imperial military. So it was a dark time for the Roman Empire. And with that, I wanted to move to something more positive, which is sports news that I was interested in. So just today, I believe the Indian cricket team has defeated Afghanistan in a T20 cricket match. with about 6 wickets to spare, if you understand what cricket is, and with something that many of you should know more about. My favorite team and Ethan's favorite team as well, Liverpool, defeated Fulham in the EFL Cup 2-1. I did not watch it, but I'm sure it was a good game, and I'm sure Chair Temple can attest to that. So if any of y'all are able to watch the highlights, please do. Thank you very much.
Chair Temple.
No, that is only the first leg, and Heart Attack FC will continue giving me heart attacks in the second leg when they go to Fulham's stadium. But yes, it was a very fun game. I suggest you all watch feedball at some point. That's all.
I did not understand any of that, but thank you. Are there any questions for Chair Yalman-Chile? Seeing none. SBA Committee Chair Hamid.
The girls are already fighting. First day back. All right. Hello, everyone. It's nice to see everyone back here. So SBA is meeting at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays in the conference room. So please come by if you're available. This past meeting, we just talked about future plans for organizations that we'd like to meet with and like tabling, stuff like that. I'm making a working group to help tackle the issues that transfer students face at UCF. So if you're a transfer student or if you know one that would like to help, please send me a Teams message or you can email me. If you have any resources that you think would help with this, you should also send them my way. We also tabled yesterday with the Latin Hispanic Caucus. Thank you, Chair DeCara, for inviting us. And we also got a picture with Nitro, so he was slay. We're also going to be tabling next Wednesday at Market Day. I'll be sending out an email to all caucus leadership soon to set up a meeting, so look for that. Also, I listed all the projects that SBA is currently working on because I realized I've never actually done that before. So like if you've never gone to SBA, you don't know what we're doing. So if you're interested in any of those and want to know more, you can message me and I'll tell you what they do.
All right. Are there any questions for Chair Hamid? Seeing none. Confirmations.
Can I make sure like everyone's here?
Chair DeCara.
Chair.
I mean,
Vice chair.
same thing. You know your chair.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna make sure that they're all here. There's 6 confirmations, 1 sign over. So Christopher Corelli. None. Aaron Fuchs or Futches. None. Ty Van Horn. Wait. Do I have to postpone? Is that the way I have to do?
Yeah.
Can I
Oh
motion
yeah. I can't do that.
Can I motion to postpone to the next meeting?
Is that a?
Is there what? Can I don't know what
There's been a motion to postpone the confirmations of Christopher Corelli, Aaron Foote. I'm so sorry if I butchered that. Fooch and Ty Van Horn's confirmations until the next scheduled meeting. Are there any objections? Seeing none. There.
Okay. So I know the other 4 are here. So I think
They're
I
here?
don't want to say anything. You have to do the stuff.
Okay. Is there a
I only did the last one.
is there a motion for confirmations first?
Is it for like the minutes and stuff?
Yeah, speech.
5
questions.
minute speech, 5 minute questioning, 5 minute debate.
There's been a motion for 5-minute speeches, 5-minute questioning, 5-minute debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none. First up, oops. Okay. Sorry, give me a second. I'm doing some formatting. Okay. First up, we have Ariana Lopek for the Rosen College of Hospitality.
Sorry, heels. Alrighty. Hi guys, can you hear me? Alrighty. Well, hello everyone. I am so excited to be here. My name is Ariana Lopez and I am representing the Rosen College of Hospitality, my favorite place on earth. So my collegiate journey started at another institution at USF, Horns Down. Thank you. I appreciate the support. And during my time there, I got really involved, but it just wasn't not the same. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But I had an internship at a hotel. It was a really, really nice one. And then everyone told me, even the GM, the general manager of the hotel told me, what are you doing here? Go to UCF, go to Rosen. And that's what I did. And I've been blessed every single day since. I even have my lovely friends supporting me here tonight, which is absolutely amazing. It's life-changing. And I've been blessed in my year there now, just being involved on campus. And being student leader is one thing, but seeing your peers also be leaders and thrive in their own special ways is so important to me and so special. And the fact that I now get to bring them the resources that they need from main campus over to Rosen is really important to me, just because Rosen is 45 minutes away from here. So sometimes people get left out. And that's the last thing I want. And that's the last thing those students want. They've been vocal about that. And I love the chance to be the person that brings those resources over to main campus. So that's it. I yield my time.
First of all, that's make me cry.
It's gonna make me cry.
Is there a motion to move to questioning? Huh?
Automatically once you
Oh, because she yelled. Okay. Give me one moment, y'all, because I'm going to link her materials in the agenda. So. And then let me know if this works. I sincerely apologize on ENA's behalf. I'm going to be doing both, honestly, just in case the link doesn't work. So if you refresh, it should be in there. If that can get approved. Do you guys see the link there? No? Sir. Maddie, do you see my suggestion? Okay, give me one moment. I downloaded the materials, so I'm going to post them in the Senate wide for you guys to have. All right. If you check your teams in the Senate chat, her materials will be there. I will go forward with questioning. Questioning time starts now. I will go Brown, Hearst, Temple.
Hi, what resources do you want to bring to Rosen campus?
So right now, certain resources are very limited, like our CAPS, which would be like our psychological services, are very, very limited, both in space and availability. And since we are growing in the number of students that are showing up to campus, that's also one really big resources. And another one as well is our after school activities, more extracurricular activities. One that's very important, near and dear to my heart, is our peer mentorship outreach program. Because of some structural changes happening to Rosen, it is at risk of no longer being a thing. And that program has helped not only me, but so many of our students. And that's the last thing that I want. So maybe finding a solution to keep that program up and running would be really important for me.
Hearst.
If you get confirmed, what committees or caucuses would you want to be a part of?
So a few committees I really would love to join are the FAO committee, just because RSOs, I'm involved in Rosen Life, which is our student government kind of OSI branch of Rosen. And I work really closely with our RSOs on campus, and they do a lot for students, for alum. It's very important. And they have been having a lot of trouble finding the right funding for them. So that'd be a really nice way to give back to my community. So.
Temple.
My question's already been answered by Senator Hearst.
Lazo.
I was just gonna ask, like, more so on the student-faculty relationship side, how did you want to like build a better relationship between the main campus and Rosen campus?
So one of the things that we talked about, both Rosen Life, OSI related, and other programs like our POMP and our Rosen College Leadership Council, they want to come over here. They want to meet all of y'all, I promise. So tabling and having more of a stronger presence for our freshmen, for our younger students, or even any students are thinking of decision majors or just getting involved more on other campuses is really important. So tabling and partnering with other OSI agencies as well.
All right. Is that a follow-up? Okay. Samilo.
I see that you took the time to make kind of like some of your initiatives. Out of the ones that you had listed, what's like your top priority?
My top priority right now is making the campus more accessible. I know that's a broad thing, but there are, like I said, a lot more students coming in, a lot more than we expected. And that means a lot of, students that have a lot of different needs. And our building is 20 years old now because it's our anniversary a few days ago. And like I said, a lot different students are coming on campus and they have different needs, and we want to make sure that we address them, not only for our students, but we also represent the hospitality industry as a whole, and we want to reflect that on our campus.
Laza, your question? Okay. Any other questions? If not, I'll take a motion. All
right, seeing no further hands for question, move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we're now there. Yeah, you're good.
Just want to make sure. Yeah, I'd be really excited to have someone next to me for the first time in many, many months. Being alone makes it really difficult, and it's really hard to support an entire college, not even over here on main campus, to be one person. So I'll be voting in favor.
All right. Duke, and then Samilo.
This candidate seems very qualified for this position. I loved your speech. I love especially your answer to the accessibility question. And I'd love to have you in Senate, so I encourage everyone to vote in favor.
Samilo.
I also agree. I feel like she has a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that can be brought to the table for other colleges, not only just main campus, but the other colleges that we have here that represent UCF. So I will also be voting in favor. And then I was going to retain, but I believe Aiden has to make the motion. So
yes. Since there's through an affirmation, we'll just go ahead. DeKara.
Motion to move voting procedures.
There's been a motion to move to voting procedures. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. With a vote count of 29 to 0, congratulations. Currently, we don't have a justice here tonight, so you won't be confirmed tonight. But if you come to the next meeting, you'll be confirmed at that meeting.
Perfect.
So you're free to stay in the back and watch if you would like, but you're also free to go home. And I would choose to go home.
I just wanted to say thank you guys so much, and I'm so excited to work with you. So
Of course, take care. Okay, that's fine. I mean, yeah, she's fine. Juan Blanco for the College of Community Innovation and Education. And the justice situation applies to all candidates. So you can stay here if you would like, but you have no voting privileges as of now, since we don't have any justices here today, but they will be here next week to confirm you before the meeting starts. So 5 minutes when you're ready.
Let me see. Does everyone hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So I wanted to start off by first saying it's such a privilege being in front of such a group of people, that everyone here is involved with their community and that they're pushing for something greater. So with what I wanted to start with was I wanted to share a piece of me and why I'm here today and what this means to me. So I made a promise to someone dear to me that I'll continue living for both of us, and that I'll exhibit the strength that I saw within them in everything that I do, whether it's personal, mental, and especially educational. And so we're going to start off with my first love, which was actually biomedical sciences. So with biomedical science, I was part of an academy. And with this academy, I had a lot of exposure with medicinal programs. And however, I always felt that there was a part of me that was missing. I was always interested in the criminal and legal field, and I was able to find forensic investigation through this. However, I don't want to stop here. I want to continue, get my JD, and I'm going to have a lot of opportunity deciding what kind of career I want. But most importantly, I'm focused in my role, and that role is going to be a criminal justice reformation advocate. So that's something that I would like to start at my community level. So initially, well, ironically, I always wondered, why is it that the criminal justice academic is housed within the College of Community Innovation and Education? And eventually, once I found my ambition, I wrote down my goals, and I got to understand better what it is that I want. The answer was right there. And I want to work with my community. I want to start at community level, especially if I want to reach a national and more societal level. So I'm a very honest man, and that's something that I want to continue being, especially within my career, both educational and, of course, occupation. However, so I'm here saying a lot of this is foreign to me. One thing that I want to talk about, and it goes hand in hand with my interest in the Latin and Hispanic caucus, is actually that my family is a family of immigrants. My family loves me and they try their best. However, they're not familiar with the educational system. They're not familiar with any system really. And so the path that I've laid down for myself has been a path of hard work, difficulty, and a path that I'm very proud of. With that being said, I've maintained close relations with my home college, especially since I transferred recently. And one of the things that I would like to work with over here, matter of fact, I actually reached out to the president of the Pre-Health Club, since I have good connections with them. And one of the things that I want to fight for, especially with criminal reformation, I kind of want to get the criminal justice majors more involved. And with that being said, basically I reached out to him to just try to create just a simple presentation of where I go over the criminal justice system and current issues that are going on. I'm sure that we've heard a lot about these issues in the media. However, once one is exposed and one is able to acquire this knowledge, they see that prejudice, homophobia, misogyny, all of these issues are pressing matters that are more integrated and deeper within the system. And one of the things that I want to push for is basically medicinal programs working hand in hand with police departments. So what I want to work with this president is basically create a presentation and get the community more involved. I want to achieve this preferably through Zoom, especially since it's going to be more accessible to people. And that's just that's just my first step and hopefully in the right direction. As I said, this is foreign to me, so I'm trying my best and see exactly what I work with. One of my other goals is I'm very excited to get to know everyone here. Personally, a goal of mine is that I want to be able to meet with everyone and be able to, just being able to share knowledge from one another. I yield my time.
We are now questioning Temple, then Hamid, then Hurst.
All right. Oh, good evening, sir. My first question is going to be poaching off of first, actually. Should you be confirmed tonight, what committees or caucuses would you decide to join?
Yes. So as I was speaking earlier, so I am interested in the Latin Hispanic caucus, especially just because, I'll be honest, I don't think a few years ago I would have seen myself where I'm at today. Currently, right now, I'm working at an attorney's office. I've done volunteer work with running 5Ks for breast cancer and starting up these volunteer projects. And I've also most recently helped create kits for children in third world countries. And this is stuff that, as I was saying earlier, this is a path that I've paved my own. And honestly, if I was able to have someone else, a role model, someone that was willing to help, or a good example, I think that would be worth it. And honestly, that is especially why I want to be part of the caucus, because hopefully I'm able to help other Hispanic kids, adults, anyone that comes from a background where they don't necessarily have access to all of this information. And additionally, because of how much I want to work with students and necessarily help them, I am considering the SVA. Thank you.
First.
Looking at your school goals on your sheets, you also looked at Florida bills that are affecting overall education, as well as House Bill 7 for the Florida legislature, Senate Bill 266, and talking about our lack of talking about oppression, racism, sex, and our privilege on school campuses. Do you have any interest in talking about GAP as well, or at least talking with them about trying to work with initiatives on them as well?
Well, I would love to work with them. As I said, a lot of this is still foreign to me. I still don't exactly know all the organizations. I don't know all the resources that I have to. And again, that is something else that I want to work with. Especially as a transfer student, I do also want to go on and be able to aid other transfer students into being more involved with their school. As a bisexual Hispanic man, I think that these, especially what's going on right now, I think that that's very important to speak about. And again, I want to get to know everyone. I want to try to work with everyone and being able to see what my opportunity and options are.
Any other questions? Hamid?
Sierra, you skipped me.
Oh,
It's okay.
Oh my gosh, my
I was about to
bad.
go after Temple, but it's okay.
Y'all have to get used to it by now. I do some things sometimes.
It's okay. So you did say that you wanted to be a part of the SBA committee, which I appreciate. I'm the chair. What do you want to get done, or do you think your main focus would be to get from that committee?
Well, again, with being part of the committee, I don't know exactly what the limitations are. However, I'm more than willing to do anything that I can. Again, I would love to speak with you and try to see exactly what our goals are and be able to, hopefully work in cooperation to see. As I was saying, and I'm sure that you could see on my sheet, I wanna try to be a voice, especially for minority groups.
Any other questions? Richmond?
Are you free Mondays at 1 p.m. for your dean meeting?
So currently I am working. So currently I'm working at an attorney's office. However, I explained to them my situation and they're very flexible with me. So yes.
To elaborate on the laughter, she controls dean meetings, and dean meetings are something that's required, and she's just very focused on dean meetings. So
Okay.
if you get confirmed, you'll understand the inside jokes. Any other questions? Temple?
Seeing no further hands, move to debate.
Okay. There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now in debate. Anyone wishing to speak? Lacasse, Torres, Kringle now? Kringle, then Temple. Yeah, if you know.
Yes, I just want to say the confirmees are coming out swinging tonight. These are really good. So I just want to say I loved your speech, and you definitely have a drive to work hard, and that's something that will always help you, because being a self-starter helps you to help students immensely. And I think having someone with that type of drive in Senate is always greatly appreciated. Is always a great benefit. So I think this confirmation is great and should be approved.
Who did I say next? Did I say? Oh, Torres.
So I will be voting in favor. I believe that as a member of the Hispanic Caucus and SBA, that your help would be helpful. And just your speech was amazing. You're so experienced, and I think you're going to do great things. Yeah.
Kringle.
Yeah, I loved your speech a lot. You do bring a lot to the table here for CCIE. It's great to have another legal studies person. And I think just saying overall, CCIE just stays on top. So it'd be great to bring you on in.
With 3 in affirmation, we'll move on. Dakara.
Motion to move voting procedures.
There's been a motion to move to voting procedures. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. With a vote count of 28 to 0, this confirmation passes.
Thank you so much.
Next up, we have Nadav Shanun. Please correct me when you come up here with your last name. I got to get it correct. For the College of Engineering and Computer Science.
Can you guys all hear me? Is this on?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Hey everyone, my name is Nadav. I'm from the College of Engineering and Computer Science, and I'm going to start off my journey from when I was a young kid, when I would used to start tinkering with little things, starting to make my own little inventions with my friends, making potions in the bathroom by putting every single little, thing that I can find that my mom had in her bathroom to make those potions. That's when I knew I wanted to be an engineer. As soon as I came here to UCF, I did a lot of research into understanding how good the College of Engineering is, and I saw really how much different kind of potential and different opportunities they give to us as engineers here at UCF. I feel that I chose UCF's engineering school over many other universities that I got into just because so many people told me so many good things about it. And as soon as I came here, I saw all the opportunities they offer, and right away I started trying to get involved the most I can into different multiple leadership positions across the engineering school, but also different places across campus. And one thing that I noticed is engineering students tend to be a little unsocial, right? And I was thinking, how can I try to get engineering students a little bit more involved throughout campus? How can I make them start coming to maybe more club meetings or start new fairs or networking events? Not only for them, but to get their professional career going with more companies. And I made a kind of a list of different things that I wanted to kind of take into initiative to help out these students that maybe lack a little bit socially or going out and taking their own initiatives. And I wanted to bring them so many more and new opportunities for them to be able to ultimately pursue a really great, strong, not only academic, but professional career in their future for them to get those jobs. And I feel there's so much opportunity sitting right in front of us on the table, and we're just not taking all of it, even though we're doing a great job till now. Like, I work with Jason in undergraduate research. He's a very smart guy. And I really want to get more involved with Paige in her Unites CECS, which the name just changed from UNER. And I think that would be great just to get which basically what that club is, if you guys don't know, is to get all the engineering RSOs more interconnected so they communicate well, and also through student government, because there was no kind of rationing device between all those clubs. And not only the clubs that I'm right now currently a director in, but I would like to take more action into helping out these initiatives. Thank you. I yield my time.
We are now in questioning. Are there any questions? We have Lazo, Hurst, Temple.
So I saw in some of your materials that you really wanted to advocate for diversity in the College of Engineering. What are some ideas that you have for that?
Yeah, so diversity in the College of Engineering. I was thinking of making all kinds of different, not only networking events, could I say with different companies that are in the Orlando area, but bringing in more social events for engineering students. Like, I know the Excel program is a great program for engineering students to meet each other, understand people that came from different backgrounds and different perspectives, but kind of make overall school initiatives to bring more socials into play, especially in the College of Engineering and Computer Science.
Hurst.
Two, if I may?
You may.
So on your resume, it also has all your listed organizations. You have quite a few. I'm very impressed, actually, because I don't have that many. Do you have time? Because I know that we're all very busy people, as our room is quite empty.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have a lot of time on your hands for this?
Yeah, I have a lot of time on my hands. That's why I'm waiting to sit here till 12 a.m. right now. And I'm looking for more opportunities that I'm wasting my time on and not just sit around and do nothing.
Okay, good. Second question, which caucuses and committees would you be more interested in joining?
So I have a top 3 list. Number 1, FAO. So I mostly want to go into FAO because I have a lot of kind of financial, I could say a lot of experience in my past in different finances and things like that. And it really interests me. Throughout different things that I've done in my past, I guess FAO. My second committee is ORS committee. I'm definitely interested in that. And I was looking at a couple things I've been doing, and they were really cool. And then I was also actually really interested. It was coming like right next to ORS is SBA, which I really think that I want to get maybe more involved in. And I know we can go up to 2 committees, so I'm going to have to pick 2 of those on that list. And SBA, with all the advocacy, different things that they do throughout all the colleges, I really want to get into more of that and take initiatives in whatever I can, which I don't know what the boundaries are of what we can do in student government yet in the SBA, but I want to take it to that cap, and I'm going to put all my time into that. Thank you.
Temple? Oh, huh? Oh, okay. Richmond? Oh, and then Borges.
Are you free Thursdays at 3 p.m. for a Zoom meeting?
You were the one who showed me your green kazoo and your taco sandals, right?
Yes.
What do you say? Tuesday, 1 p.m. I'm gonna have to check if do we have class at that time, Jason? We have class at that time. Sorry. Yeah.
Borges.
So I'm just intrigued because I work at NASA and I see some NASA stuff. You would explain a little more about what you've done. I see some projects. They sound pretty cool.
Yeah, sure. So I currently, last semester, I was in a NASA student program called Mission Concept Academy. This semester, I'm going into a different NASA student program. And I actually feel like there's so much potential with NASA, the Kennedy Space Center being right here next to us in Orlando, that we can have so much different cool events that we can do for the engineering colleges here with NASA, that we can bring them on. And I definitely know that they want to get more engaged with students, that they can get cheap, people to come work for them. But I definitely think there's a lot of opportunities there. We can figure that out.
Are there any questions? If not, I'll take a motion. First.
Move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. We're now there. Is there anybody else wishing? We'll go Whitson, Brown, and then Richmond. Sorry, you spoke a lot, Hamid.
So yeah, Nadav kind of spoiled it already, but I worked in a research lab with him, and kind of pertaining to your question, Ms. Hurst, I would consider him a master time organizer. One time we worked on the same project, and one time I asked him, "Oh, are you free at 3?" And he showed me his calendar, and I almost vomited. But he always finds a way to put time to what's important to him. And I think it's clear that this is something that's important to him. So I would urge everyone to vote yes for him. That's what I'm going to do. So I think he's great.
Thank you.
Brown?
Yeah, I am really impressed by his resume, and I think he definitely seems to show great qualities of time management. And I see that you're in lead scholars, and I really like lead scholars, so I'll be voting in favor.
Richmond?
Thank you.
Although I was called out, he got here very early, too early, just to sit and talk. So I'll be voting in favor.
With that,
I was going to speak in favor.
You can go ahead.
So I've worked a little bit with this candidate, and they have been very they've had some good ideas and initiatives, especially with the club that I'm trying to start to bring CCS together, and they've been so supportive of that, and I'm going to be voting in favor.
Since we have a lot in affirmation, we'll move on. DeCara?
Motion to move to voting procedures.
There's been a motion to move to voting procedures. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. With a vote count of 28 to 0 to 1, congratulations.
Thank you.
Again, please come to our next Senate meeting next week to be confirmed, to be sworn in and have voting privileges. You're welcome to stay here for the rest of the night or go home. This will be your last free Thursday, so choose wisely. Next up, and last up, we have our sign over for former Senator Gabriela Paleta, and that is Anna Haffer or Hafer. Please correct me when you get up here. For the College of Sciences, please welcome her. Her resume will be linked into our channel.
Hey everyone, I am Anna Freehafer, and yeah, it's Hafer, not the Hoffer. But yeah, some of you guys might recognize me. I came here, I think it was in November, to request funding for the Club on Security and Intelligence. That's going well, so thank you guys so much for that. But yeah, I'm here to. Is it on? It says it's green. Am I too far away?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
You should be good. As long as you're like close, you're just a little low.
Is this good? Okay, cool beans. But yeah, so as I was saying, I'm a junior here at UCF. My major is in political science with a track in intelligence and national security. And similar to the others, I'll kind of start with my story on how I got here. So I actually started out in engineering, and I was just talking to Nadav about this. It just didn't stick. I still find it really, really interesting. It just wasn't my thing. Then I did a complete 180 and went into film. And that was fun, but then once again, I changed it to where I'm studying now, and I absolutely adore it. I wouldn't change it for the world. And since I've been in it, I've gotten a lot of experience in the field, as much as a student possibly can, I believe. But yeah, I'm in the Club on Security and Intelligence, president of that. I'm in the International Relations Club, and I'm also a scholar of the Intelligence Community Center for Academic Excellence. And through that, I've gotten some really incredible experiences. So last summer, they flew me out to DC, and I got to tour a whole bunch of different intelligence agencies such as the CIA, FBI. Those were super, super amazing. But what I'm trying to say is I just really, really fell in love with it. And so I'd really like to kind of bring that in to introducing initiatives with you guys as a senator, hopefully, while Gabby's gone, of course. And although interested in national security, I'm really interested in local security and community security. So I'd really want to kind of bring that here to campus and maybe look at some things to increase security and safety for students here on campus. I know something particular that I would be interested in looking at would be the security camera situation here on campus. I know we have a number of them, and again, I consider UCF to be a pretty safe campus, but there's always ways to improve. So I'd like to see, similar to the others, I'm not sure exactly how far I can go with the powers of the senator, but I would be interested in seeing if we could maybe increase the security cameras and increase the maintenance on them, as I know a lot of people who I'm friends with are sometimes saying like, hey, you know, I feel like the security cameras could have a little bit more work. They don't always work if a crime is reported. And they also don't exist in stairways and in garages, which I think is pretty important for them to be in there just to make sure that we have total surveillance in case anything were to happen. Something else I'd like to take a look at would be the blue light system and just increasing the maintenance on those, and increasing advocacy for students around campus to fully understand what those are for. And how maybe they're not just for emergency situations, but also for if a student would like to have an escort, if they're walking home late from class, or if they need to, whatever, if they're just feeling unsafe on campus, it's just there for them. And then one more thing I'd like to say, in addition to the blue lights and security cameras, would also be looking at the street lamps. UCF is a pretty well-lit campus, but there are areas kind of not near the Howard Phillips Hall, and the Trevor Coleman Hall that I think are pretty dark on campus. I was walking through the other day and I noticed, hey, there's no light around. So just kind of like looking at that and seeing if we could maybe take some sort of initiative and talk about that and see if we can fix that problem. So yeah, I really appreciate you all being willing to listen to me, and I really appreciate if Gabby's watching. I appreciate her recommendation to this. And yeah, I yield the rest of my time.
We are now in questioning. We will go Yalman, Lacasse, and then Richmond, and then I'll get yours.
So thank you, Ms. Freehaver, for being here. I really liked your speech. And I thought the street light issue is pretty important. I remember last year when I was part of Women's Caucus that they did a women's safety walk to identify what parts of campus were dim lit and needed help in that sense. So would you be interested in working with Women's Caucus in that regard?
Women's Caucus is definitely my second option. My first option would actually be the Military and Veterans Caucus. Even if I'm not in the Women's Caucus, though, I would love to help out with that regardless. I'm interested in the Military and Veterans Caucus, however, because my he's retired Navy. He was a pilot. And so it's something that's very near and dear to my heart. And so I'd like to work with the ROTC program here. I believe someone was talking about it at the beginning of the session tonight. But I found that really interesting, really exciting. So I'd really like to take a part on that. That's for sure.
Lacasse.
Yeoman Chili took mine.
Okay. Richmond.
Are you available Friday at 1 p.m.?
I have no classes on Friday, so yes.
Bingo.
We'll go Hamid Templehurst.
So thank you for being here tonight. I really liked a lot of the things that you were talking about in your speech. What are some committees that you would like to join? I know I took your question, Temple. What committees are you willing, or do you want to join? And what do you wish to get out of those committees?
So he'll actually be excited about this. I would really like to join GAP. That was something I was already interested in, but then when Gabby was telling me about it, obviously she's on it herself. I was like, wait, this is something I really, really am interested in, because obviously national security is my focus, but the first half is political science. And so I would really like to work with GAP to work on increasing the civic engagement, working on current events. Obviously there's Day at the Capitol coming up, and although I know that's probably pretty much set in stone and taken care of, if there's anything I could help out with that, I'd love to do. And while I'm here, I would love to maybe set up some similar events like that. If they're on campus, then great. If they're elsewhere, then fantastic. But yeah, that's something I'd like to do with that committee.
Temple.
2 quick fire questions, if I may. So I knew you looked familiar,
Yeah.
honestly. Yes, it's good to see you back here. My first question would be like, what particular skills, specifically from your experiences with the intelligence agencies, do you intend on bringing over?
So I've had some really incredible networking opportunities. So I have a lot of confidence with speaking with a variety of different people. In addition to all my extracurriculars here, I was also a lifeguard at home. I still kind of am. It's during the seasons. So I'm used to kind of saying like, hey, I have to communicate this issue or this idea to a variety of different people, and being aware of what is always going on around me. So I'd certainly bring that. I'm also pretty comfortable speaking in front of a group of people, and with civic engagement, I feel like, I'm just assuming here, but I feel like that is something that would definitely tie in. I also have fantastic time management skills, so I definitely bring that to GAP as well.
Fantastic. And my second question is a bit of a silly one. Are you willing to subject yourself to a boatload of Liverpool Football Club questions and facts?
Let's say yes.
Well, hey, and are you available Mondays at 3:30?
Yeah.
Well, hey.
Hurst, and then Samilo.
When you went to DC, you were able to see some of the different FBI buildings, CIA buildings. Were you able to go to the Pentagon?
No, unfortunately not. That was not part of the tour, but I would love to.
It is really nice. You should go.
Yeah, I've heard.
Samilo, then Yamachili.
Throughout your time requesting funding from student government, is there anything that you've learned that might need help, or is there any chance that you might want to join something fiscal?
Are you talking about like a committee or the club itself? Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were referring like to COSI itself or yeah. I am not. This is why I'm president, not treasurer. I'm not the strongest when it comes to financials. So I have learned a lot through this process, but I feel like my assets would be better spent elsewhere.
Yamachili, then no more because we have like 30 seconds in the question.
Purely out of curiosity, also DC related question. I've been to a lot of the museums in DC. Haven't not been to the International Spy Museum by any chance. Have you been to that museum, and was it good if you have?
I have not, but that is definitely something that we're going to try and do on the trip. Yeah, I really want to go.
Ethan, Chair Temple.
It's a motion.
Oh, you may.
Move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. Temple, Yamachili.
God, I think I may have almost ripped something in my shoulder. Anyway, yes, I highly encourage this candidate, not the least bit because I did work with her extensively in getting her funding for her RSO and for the trip. Hope that went well, by the way. But yes, just judging from the fact that she really much intends on joining GAP already sold me. And regarding that, though, everything is almost set in stone except for some legislative analysis. So if you want to look into that, by all means, hop aboard. We can get you prepped as soon as you're sworn in, of course.
Absolutely.
But hey, in any case, yes, please vote for this candidate. I beg you.
Yamachili?
Yeah, so I echo Ethan's sentiments. I think Ms. Freehaver has a lot to bring to the table. She has a bunch of really cool experiences and really cool ideas to make this campus a better and safer place to everyone. I think she would be really valuable to student government, and I would be enthusiastically voting in favor.
All right, Hurst?
She has experience. She knows what she wants to do. We should vote in favor.
All right, with all those affirmations, motion, DeCara?
Motion to move to voting procedures.
There's been a motion to, well, we didn't have to do that because this isn't ENA, but just letting y'all know, I know that now. But there's been a motion to move to voting procedures. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we're now there. With a vote count of 29 to 0, congratulations.
Thanks, everyone.
Now I can say this, but what amazing candidates we had tonight. Guys, give them another round of applause. Honestly, very, very impressive. Very impressive. Jaw on the floor. So internal legislation, however, I do want to confirm with Chair Almanchili that these notice of legislation on second reading were postponed indefinitely in committee.
I have to check, but I believe one of them is to be seen next week.
Okay.
Former Senator Wanjan intended on them to be picked up by another senator. I do not have a status on that, so I will get back to you soon.
Okay, so to our knowledge, all of them are postponed though.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get the logistics of that verbally in the agenda later, but for now, I'm going to skip over those. For Senate Forum, I'm going to go ahead and read this out loud. I'm going to. So this is from former Chair Bourne. She says, I am so grateful for my time throughout Senate. The compassion for the community that this body possesses is truly inspiring. I am excited to see what amazing things you all will do this semester and beyond. The support other senators have given me has influenced my idea of leadership and purpose. And I wish you all my best. From Chair Bourne. And with that, there's no internal legislation. Are there any Senate deliberations? None. Okay. Advisors report. Brody is sick. Netta.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Senate. Great to see all of your faces. This is my last semester as your graduate assistant. I do graduate in May. And so I'm really going to make this my best one yet, hopefully, for everybody. I learned so much, and I'm going to take that into consideration as I plan all the events. And I'm here as an advisor for all of you. My load is light. I'm going to be in the office. So if you see me, say hello. I sent a follow-up email about our Fresh U, which is like in the RWC, they do this like cooking class. And so I got one specifically for all my student government like little students. And so that will be on Wednesday, January 31st. So if you go to Day at the Capitol, you can come back and then the next day, wake up at 12 or whatever time, and then you'll have a delicious lunch that we can all cook together at 1 p.m. if you RSVP. There are 20 spots. So I think there are like 14 empty ones. If you'd like to RSVP, do that now. Please RSVP by January 22nd. Per usual, if you'd like to set up a one-on-one with me, just email me, especially to the new senators in the back. Hi, I'm the graduate assistant. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Maddie?
Hello. Brody's sick and it makes us sad. This cat is Netta, basically. Very soon. Okay, while I type this out, compile all the cool legislation your committee/caucus has done, because we will be adding it to the website specific to your group. Does that make sense? So like email, like if Women's Caucus has passed some really awesome stuff this year, email it to me, and then we're going to start compiling it so that people can see the awesome work that you all do individually. And that's all for now. Keep sending me your minutes, and welcome back.
All right. Are there any questions for the advisors? Temple?
Are we doing senator shoutouts?
Oh. Okay, who is ready for some senator shout outs? Just raise your hand. I'm just gonna point to you. My brain actually, I've just been working all day long. Okay, Vihan, please.
Firstly, I'm going to shout out Chair Temple because Day at the Capitol is coming soon, and he works like a god of the GAP committee. And I'm not even joking when I say that he works like a god. He legitimately does, and he cares about the work of the GAP committee, and it's going on really well. And so shout out to him, shout out to GAP as well, and shout out to Chair Hurst and Chair Hamid. You still are, in my view, anyway. It's okay. And for tabling yesterday, they were tabling for student government, spreading the word. I honestly don't know what they were tabling for, but I'm sure it was really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's pretty slay. And lastly, shout out to Netta, who is really cool. And I really appreciate you for the Fresh You event because I really love cooking. That being said, I'm going to need to ask you later how to RSVP. And I did forget a shout out. Shout out to ILA Pullman for running her first SLC meeting. I'm sure that was great. And I know you will do great things in there.
Okay, Ethan, are you ready to do it now?
Might as well get out of the way before people start ripping my throat out. You guys, never mind. That's a joke anyway. For everybody listening, that's a joke. In any case, yes, I did want to shout out GAP, of course, because you guys are having a laugh. You think I do this all by myself. No, the GAP committee are the true backbone of this committee. And honestly, God, you guys do so well. And I cannot wait to see how you guys stick this landing for Day at the Capitol. Shout out, of course, to ILA Pullman for SLC. I'm sure it was great. Sorry I wasn't there. I was looking for a new computer. Shout out to ELA Richmond, though, in particular, because you've been working on a 50-page paper in the first 3-4 days back. It's mad. And you still managed to show up to everything here. You, one, are doing a great job. Two, better get some rest at some point, because please, writing a 50-page paper is mental. Oh, and also, I have experience in that. It's fun, but also agonizing. Yes, I am a masochist. In any case. Also, of course, shout out to Senator Hurst. Sorry. Shout out to Senator Hurst for coming back and actually getting right back into the thick of things, even though she was gone for about 3 months or so. And yeah, shout out to everybody and welcome back. Let's get this spring semester on the roll.
Jason?
First shout out Chair DeCara for telling us to table. He showed up to SBA and was like, you guys should table this thing. And I was like, okay. And then we went. Also for writing a lot of the proclamations that we saw last semester. I haven't calculated the percentage that he did, but I will be doing that and I will be sharing that because I think it probably is a lot. Also shout out to Hurst and to Acosta for tabling. They were both there and they were both slaying. Also shout out to SBA because you guys let me yap and I pay you back with cookies. And I think that's a good trade-off. Wait, also shout out to Netta. Oh, sorry. I almost forgot. Shout out to Netta because I'm going to miss you.
Mm-hmm. Aiden?
It's just two. I mean, they're not senators yet, but the new CCIE senator, I always shout them out. And they're not a senator, but they've done so much work and I want to be recognized for it. It's Grace, our election commissioner. She's done a lot, and it's today we were going over election statutes, and we were just talking so much about it. I was like, dang, you were doing so much work, and this seems like you don't get recognized enough from us. So I really wish you would give her a round of applause, especially when she's at her first informational session. She's got her ECs, but it's always she's the head of it and everything. So I just wanted to thank her for what she's been doing, and also we have to attend our informational sessions if we want to rerun. So yeah, stay on top of that.
First.
Shout out Chair Borges for giving me a little crash course in ORS and finances while Ethan was taking forever with his Day at the Capitol stuff. Shout out to Speaker Holmes for coming back and her first day back, taking care of getting all of us back on our feet and doing all this stuff and knowing exactly what we're supposed to be doing for the entire 3 hours we've been here. Has it been 3 hours? Oh my gosh, only 3 hours. Shout out to Netta. I'm gonna miss you. I've missed you very much. And I've missed everybody. So shout out to all of you for being very nice and welcoming me back into a very nice and welcoming space.
Okay. Duke.
Shout out to Hurst. Glad to have you back. Shout out to all the new senators. Glad to have you here. All of you seem phenomenal. And shout out to Chair Temple for being an S tier GAP chair. And all the work you do does not go unnoticed.
I forget your last name. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. Shout out always to Chair Samilo for always putting the hard work behind the scenes. Also, thank you, Chair Temple, for helping us fill quorum, and Chair Boris for always being there and asking questions and doing amazing. Thank you. You helped out a lot. And of course, shout out to CCIE. We're the best college.
Richmond.
Shout out Andrea. She's so funny. She'll just send me photos and they're always so funny.
Shout out to Adam's no longer having a mustache. No offense. I think the facial hair looked amazing on him, but he didn't like it. So I'm going to shout out the fact that he doesn't have it anymore, because I did shout out the fact that he does have it. So shout out to the no longer facial hair on the face. That's number one. Number two, shout out to Sierra, obviously, for slaying every day and being so amazing and loving all of us. And then shout out to the people who, during the hour long that Mr. Temple over there wanted to yap, for helping me not want to off myself for over an hour while we sat here and twiddled our thumbs. So yeah, that was it.
You want to do yours?
Hi everyone. Shout out to you all for being here. First week of school, no breaks. Shout out Black Caucus as always. Shout out CCIE as always. Shout out to the graduates now, because these next couple of weeks you need encouragement like me. For those of you guys not graduating, maybe this is your encouragement to, get ready to graduate soon. Just not this semester, sorry. Who else I'm gonna shout out? Shout out to whoever actually took that break during the break, because some of y'all be lying. So
Okay, back to Bihan.
I guess I have a round two. So shout out to Vice Chair Caringle. I think he's a really cool guy. I'm pretty sure he's like the first guy I saw back on campus in that elevator a few days ago today. So yeah, shout out to you. You're hustling, serving our country. So sorry about that. But also shout out to Vice Chair Duke for being elected Vice Chair of the GAP Committee. I'm sure you will do a great job as well. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's it.
You guys are a mess. Respectfully, and out of pocket. Let me find my place again, because I'm just flabbergasted. All right. Okay. Miscellaneous business, no reinstatements. Elections. Is there a motion to open elections for ORS? Is there a motion to open nominations? Is there a motion to nominate Amanda Hurst to ORS? Is there a motion to close nominations? Is there a motion to vote on ORS elections? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those against? All those You're one of very few. And abstaining, none. Congratulations, Hurst. This is the part where Senate gets very unserious, just letting you know. we don't have any business, so they like to, flow around a little bit. All right. Is there a motion to open elections for FAO? Is there a motion to open nominations for FAO? Is there a motion to nominate Ariel Daedalus to FAO? Is there a motion to close nominations for FAO? Is there a motion to vote on elections for FAO? All those in favor say aye. All those against? All those abstaining? Congratulations, Ariel. Appointments. I hereby appoint Senator Brown, Vice Chair Trainer, and Vice Chair Hayuman to SBA. Humayun to SBA. Gotcha. I hereby appoint Senator Hashmi to Women's Caucus. Not me slaying the last names per. Okay. Resignations. I said Warren earlier. I hereby resign Hurst from SBA, Knopf from ORS, Knopf from Disability Caucus, Richmond from Military and Veterans Caucus, Brown from CRT, myself from Latin Hispanic Caucus, myself from Black Caucus, Humayun from GAP, and Pullman from FAO. And with that, Chair DeCara.
Okay. It's gonna be a little weird. I have to do something real quick. This is based off of personal things and just past incidences now with talking with other people. And this is in no way like an attack, but just based on the ability to do their job. So I am motioning for a vote of no confidence against Reese Knopf for ENA chair.
All right, there's been a motion of no confidence for Chair Kanar. Are there any objections? Seeing none, is that an objection? Seeing none, that motion still stands. We'll be seeing the no confidence at our regularly scheduled meeting next week, unless there's a postponement when we get there or now. But yeah, all right, I'll take hands. Who do I want to do today? Well, I'll do hers because she just got back. Yeah.
Motion to adjourn pending final roll call.
There's been a motion to adjourn pending final roll call. Are there any objections? Seeing none, we are now there. Chair Yalman-Chile.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Lazo.
Present.
Herrera. Resigned, I believe. Trainer.
Present.
Navakrazat.
Present.
Kenna. Absent. Morissette. Absent. Temple.
Good evening.
Chair Vaughan is resigned. Palera.
Present.
Carringle.
Present.
Daedalus.
Present.
DeCara.
Present.
Butler.
Present.
Conti. Absent. Lazier. Absent. Fintel.
Present.
Hamid.
Present.
Rose.
You guys can talk during roll call. Just keep it a little low, please.
Rose.
Present.
Whitson.
Here.
Yera.
Here.
Kuroga is resigned. Carter. Absent. Brown.
Present.
Simillo.
Present.
Humayun. Nadella. Humayun is absent. Nadella. Absent. Patel.
Here.
I am here. Luthra.
Here.
Acosta.
Present.
Borges.
Here.
Hashimi. Absent. Duke.
Present.
Torres.
Present.
Holmes.
Present.
Hurst.
Present.
Costas. Absent. Lacasse.
Present.
Federico. Absent. Pullman.
Present.
Richmond.
Present.
Vasquez.
Present.
Kairos. Absent. DeMarla. Absent. Mittal.
Present.
With 34 out of 46, quorum is verified.
I hereby adjourn this meeting at 10:07 p.m. Go home. Love you all. I say this every time, but it's true. I love